Here's a quick look at the markets for Thursday, July the 2nd, 2009 through the eyes of eMiniDayTrader. And what we're looking at here are market and volume profiles. This profile and its corresponding volume, this is the volume profile, this is the lettered profile. This is what occurred today. This is what occurred overnight, and the other one here previously is what occurred yesterday. So we had mentioned that if it holds below 17, that would be more of a bearish sign than a bullish sign, so we'd have to watch for that. And we can see that in the overnight session, here's the 17 area right in here. We'd also mentioned that from around 904.50 to 909 area was another key area of support, and then down around 894.50. So these are the areas that we were looking at, and as you can see, we did have some follow through that we thought would happen. Although if it found some support, we thought it could also have a bounce. But obviously, once it had held below here, it hovered around here for a long time, and then when the news was released at 8:30 Eastern Time, it had a pretty swift sell-off, and that's of course when it gave up the ghost as far as that 17 area was concerned, although it had traded much below it prior to that news being released. But as you can see, it came right down here, hit our support right onto the tick, didn't have any kind of a bounce, and then the regular trading hours open was right here. Found some additional selling and came right down to our next area of support. So when the market, that's really how we look at the market, is what is the market doing when it hits these known areas of likely support and resistance. And of course in this case it held below the first one, went right down to the second one, which was a larger area of support and a better opportunity for the market to bounce, but obviously could not find any. So we were able to get short early in the market and able to capitalize that on one of our particular trade types, or get entry right to the tick on that. So that's really how we're looking at the market going into the day and some of the day as it transpired. What we have here is just the regular trading session hours only. And you can see that the profiles I have here is about the past 3 weeks, and you can see each day has the volume profile overlay the market profile or lettered profile. And as you can see here, the market opened near its high here and even had some range extension down, and also a very negative close. So we're expecting that 887 area to get tested right in here. That looks to be the next area of likely test of the market. If it can't, as long as it stays below about 896.50, we would say at 896.50. As long as it stays below there, it's still quite bearish. As long as it stays below there, our next target would be down here around 887. And then should that not hold, then the next level below that would be approximately 884, and then 870. So some prices to take a look at if the market should continue in this bearish fashion. The trades that we took, because it was a holiday market going into today, we knew that we didn't want to trade after the first wave of activity, because we know that what ends up by happening in a holiday market with the light volume, our trades just don't get set up and triggered like they do under regular circumstances. So we actually had 3 early trades. We got short here, we got short here, and then we got short here. And we're able to be profitable on all 3 of those trades. The first trade actually moved 3 1/4 points in our favor, so we ended up with hitting our first 2 objectives nicely, and also a nice profit on our final partial. The second trade was actually a break even. It moved beyond our first objective, but then backed up on us, so we ended up with a break even as a net on that second trade. The third trade, it moved for us a 1.75. All of these trades, by the way, off of our initial entry, and never moved more than 2 ticks against us. And then on the final one, as I was just mentioning, it moved to 0.75 in our favor, so we ended up with a break even on the final partial, but able to take profits on the first half of our position. Actually, the first 3/4 of our position. So a nicely profitable day from that standpoint. And you can see whenever we have these red patches here, they're pretty significant. We often find that the highs of these areas might get tested, but as long as they hold, and as you can see here, it held here. This one, it came in and just tested just a couple of ticks above it on two different occasions there, but it no acceptance or able to hold above it. And then we had another one of these here, actually two more of them. And as you can see, the high of this one held. You can see it just pulled back towards the top of it, and this one it didn't really have much time to get up there. So this is why we're saying in the 896 area, good area of resistance going into the trade come Sunday night and Monday. So have a good long weekend, and we'll be back with another video on Monday the 6th.